everyone. Well, g'day Angie. And we will see who pops on in as we start. Again, forgot to put down the volume on my phone. Oh, gosh. Getting ready. Hopefully the camera doesn't drop today and Winchester doesn't knock it because I'm still in my PJs. And it's like, yep, that's the look we're going for today. So, that's all right. A little bit more prepared today. Yeah, I know. That's all you're going to see today too. Can't see the Ugg boots and the dressing gown and the everything else that's going on. But that's okay. What I'm going to do while we wait for people to get in is I am going to do this part here in skin colour because I've got an idea. So I'm just going to go back in with those skin colours we were doing the other day and hopefully replicate something similar because who knows what I did the other night. I'm like, she'll be all right. All right. Let's get going. Let's get started. Hey, Marilyn, I love your picture. That was awesome. Thank you. I love it. I love that fade effect. I need to do that with one of my images too. Going to figure out how to do it. It's cool. It's like they're bathed in the light. I'm not going to do too much on this because it's going to get covered, but I just need to have it look a little bit kind of like I've tried. Kind of. Hey, Robin, how's it going? I am just filling in this little bit with some skin colour because I've got an idea what I'm going to do here, but whether the idea executes itself will be wait to be seen. But we shall attempt in any way. La 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 la. And I'm slow this morning because it's early in the morning and my brain doesn't want to compute the fact that I'm awake. And it's cold. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to. But that'll do. That'll do for what I want. That will do. Nice. Very, very, yeah. So, because you did it with like oil pastels, didn't you? Oh, gel stick. Yeah. But, so I will have to give that a go. All right. Okay. So I did a bit of playing last night to try and get a bit of an idea so I had a clue today of what we're going to do. And so I've done one of her butterfly wings and a bit of her costume, and we're using marker and gel pen is the whole plan. But I figured the first thing I'm going to do is get the rest of this sky done and get it out of the way. while we're just waiting for people to pop in. And like, there's really no point me telling you the colors because I'm using every brand I have and bits and pieces of whatever I own. But this is the Anko brand, which is a Kmart brand. So unless you're in Australia, but it's just one of those white, cheap marker. And I'm just basically using a phthalo blue. It's a sky blue. But honestly, and I'll explain it when I get into the colours. I don't think it matters what marker you use. It's just more the having a light tone, a mid-tone, and a dark tone to do the blend. King Arts, yeah, I've got to get them. I've got to get me some of them at some point. Because I've got the gelato pack, but it's only the pastel colours. And I think, Angie, have we got gel crayons? I don't know anymore. Angie's been getting a collection for me of stuff to bring up when she visits, and I forget what we even have now. So I'm like, yep. Yes, we do. Okay. I thought so. Yeah, there are. What did we get, King Arts, or what did we get, Angie? I can't remember. It was a sale. I can't remember what we ended up getting. Angie always has a plan. It's good. She's come into my life and she helps me organize myself. It's fantastic. I need that. Because legit clueless most of the time. Evelyn! Hello, my darling. How are you? How has your week been? Are you have you actually enjoyed a day off? No work? Art feeds or something. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it was something along. So I'm like, oh, I got done today. Don't you love it? When scammers use the names of people that you know. And I got this message from my mum's friend, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know she had an Instagram. So I was like, oh, okay, and I opened it and I answered it back, and then it was like, oh, go away. So I'll have to let her know that someone's using a name. And I was like, oh, really? I'm usually pretty good at picking up on it, but she's older, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what she's doing. And then, yeah, I was like, yep, block. Block, block, block. You caught Renee's stream and coloured something nice. Renee's I always watch back, unless I'm stupid enough to get up at 3 a.m. and join her. All right, I'm just going in with the black now, and I'm just going to do these wings while we're just, as everyone's kind of coming on in. I figured I'd do the block colouring. Oh, we're waiting. Yeah, I know, me with these markers, man. I'm like, yeah, look at this. I can do this. Although I feel a little bit more organised today than I did on Friday. Honestly, had no idea what I was doing, which is probably the hilarity of it. Or maybe I should just call it Comedy Hour with Tammy. Watch her just fluster around and try and make some art. But I'm like, oh, I want more Copics now. And I'm like, no, you cheap generic brands will do. Georgia's like, yes, Mum, we need all the Copics. And I'm like, yeah, of course we do, Georgia. But they blend so much nicer. It's like melting into butter. It's like, oh, speaking of butter, I made garlic prawns for dinner last night. Oh, so good. And then, because it's getting cooler here, you know, the whole, I'm just going to make warm dishes. And then the other night I made a Japanese curry. And I don't know if anyone's ever had curry and rice, so Japanese curry, but it's a really sweet curry. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. But yeah, I made Japanese curry, and it was so good. Like, it's not hot in any way, shape, or form, but it's oh, look, I've gone over the lines. This is what I get for trying to do this early in the morning. But yeah, it's a real sweet curry. Oh, it's so nice. To give you the heat of it, we gave it to the 18-month-old that's here, and he devoured it. So it's not hot at all. Yeah, both of you have got some of my art. I need to actually, maybe I should do art to sell it instead of just doing it for my friends. Might pay for all of the stuff I buy. Nah, she'd be right. You'd buy it. I wouldn't let you buy it, Angie. I would give it to you. So don't even think that. There was not a chance you'd ever buy a piece of art off me. It's not how friends work. 5 p.m. there, Marilyn. Oh, gosh, it's 7 a.m. here. And weirdly, I'm colder than Angie, which usually happens because if they get a cold front down south, it moves up north, obviously coming up from Antarctica, the cold front. So it usually hits us a couple of days after. But I looked at the weather system, and we're going to be down to 4 or 5 degrees later in the week. I'm like, what? And the actual days aren't going to get over 20 degrees. I'm like, yes, winter, woohoo! Yeah, you've got no chance of buying any off me either, Evelyn. It's not how friendship works. That's my problem. I'm like, I'll just give it to you. For me, it's the process of doing it. It's not, which is why I'll never make money as an art bin. Well, not that I'd call myself an artist, but I'll never make money at it because I gave away to one of the committees that I'm on. I gave them, I think it was about 10 paintings the other day, and I said, I'll just raffle them off. We'll use them as raffles. So I was like, hey, Jamie, how you doing? All right. So we've got the block colouring done. So now we got to get in and get fancy with blending, which is going to be... I know, as a friend, you support me all the time. Oh, Aspie. Hey, Aspie, 0 degrees. Yeah, no, I'll pass on that. 4 degrees is going to be enough. I think it's usually about once or twice in winter we'll hit the 0 degrees, and we might get a bit of frost, but rarely that. But it was like yesterday I changed the sheets on my bed, and I'm like, yes, it's flannelette sheet time. I love flannelette sheets. And I'm like, yay, I get to put the flannelette sheets on. Hey, Nanamo. How is... Oh, my God. How is everyone? Yep. Also, happy Saturday to you, but for me, it is happy Sunday morning because remember, I'm in the future. Okay, so I'm going to do this fur blend here. So I just wanted to kind of get a bit of an indication that there was fur there. So this is what I did. Now, I can't, obviously, this is in no way, shape, or form. Do I have a clue what I'm doing? But I took the colourless blender and I wet the page. All right. So I'm wetting the page. And then I went in with some light grey. So I've got a cool grey one. And I started to flick up. And then come back in with the colourless blender and drag that out with my She Be Gone. She Be Gone. Hey, Robin. Oh, no, I already said hey to you. I don't know. I don't know who I've said hello. Well, I'm going to say hello to everyone. Hello, everyone. Brain not functioning. So I'm trying to like do strokes here because I want it to kind of half represent fur. And then I'm using the colourless blender just to fade it out. You know, I'm trying to be fancy, people. Trying to be fancy, trying to look like I know what I'm doing. I know you guys are going into some. It's always funny when I hear you guys talking about how cold it is, and I'm dying and I'm got in the heat. And then you're all talking about dying in the heat, and I'm sitting here in my Ugg boots. Yeah, I thought that was so cute that you ended up with 200 hugs. It's lovely. I thought that was the most beautifulest thing. We'd give you thousands of hugs if we could. I don't have air conditioning. I do. Actually, I do. No, I lie. I've got air conditioning in my lounge room. But I kind of live, well, for me, because I'm from the tropical north. So I'm from hot. So where I'm at now, which is in southeast Queensland, is I don't think it's hot. So, and I'm not a big aircon fan. So I rarely use it. Although a little bit over summer, I ended up going and getting the little cooler boxes just so I could have it blowing on me during the night. But I go up to my mum's when I go visit her, and she always laughs because I try not to put the aircon on. I'd rather just sleep with a sheet than put the aircon on. Well, Angie is a great mind. So whoever the other person was, they are also a great mind, yes. All right, so that gives a bit of a fur look to her. And now we're going to get in and do her wingies. And I'll get it out of the way, Aspie, so you don't have to cry too much. And I planned it so that it was a very small amount, okay? I was thinking of you when I planned it. I planned the colours out, and I went, I'll do as little as possible. So I'm going in with a light pink. So basically, with all of these blends that I'm doing, I've got a light, a mid, and a dark tone on. A light layer down, coming in with the mid. Like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but I'm just playing. And then use the light layer to blend out the mid layer. And then come in with the dark layer. And I tried to get more of the purple version of it because it should be more of a magenta colour anyway. It was what I was thinking. And then the mid one to blend out the darker one, and then back in with the light layer to fade it all together. That was my plan of attack. Don't know whether it executes well, but that's the plan, Jan. Hey, Terralyn. Not Angie, Aspie. Aspie doesn't like pink. Did I say Angie? It's early in the morning. I could have said whatever. I could have said Bob. All right. The pink is done. Sorry, the magenta. We won't use that word. Isn't it nice, Aspie, to know that you have such an impact on people's plans? It's like, okay. Oh, Jamie, I got no idea what I'm doing. Oh, fruit flies. That was what I had about a month ago, Evelyn. I just could not get rid of the fruit flies. They were just everywhere. And I'm like, seriously? Just go away. And I'm like, I don't even have any fruit. They were getting into the sink drain, and I was just like, because I have animals, so my doors are open so the animals can get in and out. I'm just like, you need to leave. These lids aren't going on. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with purple now. Getting it wet and juicy. Hey, Kirsty, how's it going? Yeah, I missed most of the streams. Yes, the live streams. I've watched them back. Absolute hilarity. Because I was at a meeting. Yay, joys. Which one am I doing? This one. Shell's on a ghost hunt. Yeah, don't blame her. I would be ghost hunt. No, I wouldn't, actually. I grew up, fun fact, I grew up next to a old cemetery. So, like, it wasn't in use anymore. And that's where we'd take the boys when we were we'd go for a walk and we'd wander down to the cemetery and we'd see how tough they really were, whether they could handle the handle it, or whether they were cowards. That was always our test. It was always a bit of fun. Now, with my purples, I really struggle to find a good medium, and just with the range that I have. So I'm having to work a little bit harder for the blend for this one, if you're wondering why I'm like playing with this so much. Your territory's marked with purple and blue. Angie might fight you on that one. She's a purple and blue girl too. All right. Lime green razors. Nice. All right, let's purple it away. Oh, wait, I better put a lid on that one. Better put a lid on it. All right, blues. I am a red girl. Red, 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 and red. That is the colour of me. But to be honest, I like most colours, except for probably I'm not a huge green fan or like orange and yellow. But I just anything red. I like wearing red. And all your pink undies, that's hilarious. Evelyn, I love it. So going in with a light blue. Coming to think of that, do I own any pink underwear? I don't think I do. Pink's not, yeah, it's just not a colour, except for stationery, which is the funny part of it. So, like, my house is all done in reds, browns, golds, beiges, you know, that kind of earthy kind of colour. And then my, but when I buy stationery for work, I like the bright pinks, purples and blues and, like, all of that kind of stuff. So that's the funny part. So my desk at work is, like, neonified. I like all the bright folders and all of that kind of stuff. See, me, if someone had done that to me, I would have gone out and bought even more pink. Probably why I'm single. But I'm lucky with my skin tone because I've got a neutral skin. If anyone's into, like, skin tones, I'm a makeup artist, so remember that. Oh, thanks, Renee. Hello. So I can pretty much wear any colour, which is good. But do I want to wear any colour? No. But and another thing, like, what it was such. So I had gastric surgery and lost like 80 kilos. I don't know, 200 pounds, and and it was so nice to go shopping and not buy black, grey, brown. Like, it was awesome. I look in my closet now, and I used to only ever wear like the black kind of colours. And now I'm like, I look in my closet and it's just like, it's a rainbow. My closet is a rainbow and it's so cool. All right. We're going into the greens. I recognise it's an important colour, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. All right. Yellows and oranges. Yeah, I like the more earthy tones of the yellow and oranges. Like, I love mustard and russet. Like, they're the colours I will go for. Not necessarily the bright ones. I like the more earthier versions of it. I love wearing mustard. Mustard and russet, I'm just like, yeah. Get that on my body. Yeah, good, Jamie. Woo! Someone's in my corner. But I was having that discussion with Aspie one day, and green is the complementary colour to red. And it's like, I wonder if I dislike green because it is opposite red on the colour wheel. It's like, I wonder if that is the reason for it. And, you know, it's an interesting theory. Red and green should never be seen. And, well, yeah, but that's because you got to have a green Christmas tree because it's pine green. But I must admit, all of my colours on my Christmas tree are red too. Like, I have a red themed Christmas tree. So yeah, I suppose. But that's Christmas. So do you know I've discovered you can smush markers? Like, I'm like, yeah, if you get them wet, you can smush. I'm like, yeah, I can work with this now. I'm like, all right. I'm going to smush my markers. All right, yellow. Yeah, what was it? I think it was green too. But actually, no, I discovered that I didn't own a purple shirt. And I'm like, how do I not own a purple shirt? But the school that I work at that's our school color is purple. And like, it's like purple everywhere. And I think I've got purple work shirts, but I didn't have just a purple shirt. So I went and rectified that because I'm like, I've got to have every color because you never know when you have to dress that way. Heather, hello. But yeah, I must admit, I wear a lot more bright colors than I used to, which is awesome. Yesterday I wore, because I had a council meeting on yesterday, a union council meeting. So I wore my union shirt, but their Pride one, because they had a Pride theme one. So I thought that seemed appropriate for this month. And so I wore that. But then I had on top of it like a coral colored jacket. And I was like, and red boots. Because my red boots are my favorite thing I own. And I was like, oh, wait up. I went in the wrong one. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm still going in with the wrong one. What are you doing, Tammy? Getting confused. Love purple. Yeah, I love purple too. Like, it's, you know, my second favorite color would be purple. Definitely. That's my mum's favorite color and Em's favorite color. George's is pink. No surprise there. But they are the favorites in this house. Although my daughters, well, they left yesterday because I was away, and I just left them my card and said, you know, go out and get some lunch, go into town or whatever. And I got a photo. And I'm like, oh, my God, I don't want to let them in public. I am locking them up for life. George is in my leather jacket and my hoop earrings. And I'm just like, when did you turn into me? Hey. Oh, see, I'd wear white cowboy boots. I want a pair of white boots. That's another pair I want. And at the moment, the shoe stores here have these have boots that are all like 85, like 80s kind of thing. So they're like sequined, glittery, multicolored, rainbowy. And I'm like, I want them so bad. I would own 1,000 boots if I could. And a skirt that, yes, and we won't talk about the skirt, but she's also like, you know, a bloody gazelle. Yes, come in.
Hey, sorry to be a pain.
You're right.
Are we still heading to the beach today?
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
All right, just thought I'd come in and
Yeah, I thought we might do like lunch, like go do like fish and chips or something on the beach. Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Because the girls, who knows when they'll get up.
Yep. All right. Cool.
Thank you. No worries, though.
Oh, sorry. I'm just letting you know too that I'm gonna get that money out for Em for babysitting Heath.
Oh, okay.
I just reminded Andrew too that he has to.
Oh yeah.
Give Emily that money that
he
owes her.
No worries, though.
No worries.
Sorry about that. We're organising because my psychologist appointment, she told me on the weekend that my homework was that I had to take the girls and I had to leave the house this weekend and do something with the girls. So we're going to go down to the beach and might have some fish and chips on the beach or something. So, all right, this down here, I used one of the Pentel hybrid ones. And it's the one that goes pink, metallic pink. Sorry, Aspie. Oh my gosh, Kirsty, love it. My junior formal is what we call proms, formals. I wore, because you had to wear a short dress to your junior one and long, like the tradition is short dress to your junior one, long dress to your senior one. And I coming out of the 80s, early 90s, I wore this green, like, satin thing that went into like black, and then I had black tulle sleeves with frills, and then I had Bette Midler hair. So it was like frizzed out. And I'm like, what was that? So when senior year, I went the complete opposite and I went plain Jane. It was as plain as possible. Am I out of frame? Oh, sorry. Thank you. George is already, planning. She'll probably end up making her own formal dress now in Georgia, but she's planning 5 million tulle underlayer. She was talking about having twinkle lights underneath on the underskirt and a cape, so that when you take the cape off, you can flick on the lights and the skirt would sparkle and glow. And I'm just, so who knows what George is going to end up with. Em's formal is this next year, so we've already started thing. Oh, thanks, Terrelyn. Okay, I am going to pull it down now because I'm going to go up to the feathers and we'll get some of these feathers done. We'll get some feathers done. All right, I'm going to go blue. Blue dabba dee babba dabba. And I put off all the chisel ends instead of the fine tip ends. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. No, I'm not. I'm the kind of person that I've got my own sense of style, but I'm the one that'll make jeans and a t-shirt somehow look like I meant to look funky. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, geez. Oh, my God. You didn't see that. So yesterday I had a t-shirt and jeans on with a red belt, red boots, and a coral jacket. So it was kind of like a thing. Yeah, he doesn't know you too well. I I used to be very conservative. And when I worked for Pfizer, I had to wear suits all the time. And then when I become a teacher, I was like, yeah, man, I can have a bit more fun with this. And when I was security, obviously you wore a uniform and stuff. So being a teacher was a bit of fun because I could just wear whatever I like, pretty much, as long, appropriate. But yeah, I do. I got way too many clothes. We have issues in this house. It's like they were ironing my clothes yesterday because the girls have to iron for their phone credit. Iron and clean the car. That's how they earn their phone credit. And they were ironing yesterday. And Em's like, oh, I like this top. And I'm like, oh, you can have it. I think I wear it like once a year. So it's like, I'm like, oh, you're stealing clothes from me. Where's your clothes full of holes? My plans for the weekend? Yeah, go on the beach. Yay, for me. Believe it or not, as a Queenslander, the beach is not my favourite place. I would much rather the mountains. And as a Pisces, if you want to get into, I don't do the zodiacs very much, but I love swimming, but I don't like the beach. It's not that I don't like it. It's not my favourite place. I'd rather hike in the mountains or something like that. Oh, no, Evelyn. Yeah, there is that at this point in time that you guys can pretty much just, what's the saying? Look good on top and tracky dacks on the bottom. So tracky dacks is what we call, oh, geez, what do you guys call them? Sweatpants. That's it. I had to think for a second. Hey, Mona. Yeah, it's the sand. It's just gross. Whitehaven's beautiful. Like, I love the look of the beach, and I enjoy it when I go. But if I had a choice between living overlooking the ocean or at the top of a mountain, I would choose top of mountain, hands over, if that makes sense. Probably because there's less people at the top of a mountain too. Yeah, well, you live in the mountains. I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous of. Evelyn, I love it. I always love the fact that I now have a job where I can wear jeans every day. We won't discuss the number of jeans and t-shirts I own. Although at the moment, I'm pretty much, it's like, clothes, overrated, pajamas. It's going to stay in PJs. Yeah, I have dresses. I've got like the dresses that I wear to the school formal, and a couple of things, and a couple of dresses that I'll wear with knee-high boots, you know, just for a bit of something a bit different. But most of my dresses are my house dresses, so I'll wear them in summer at home, so I can hitch them up into my underpants and walk around, kind of thing, like the maxi dresses. All right, let's go over here and do purple. Okay. It's getting warm. Yeah. I live in jeans 365 days a year. It's one of those funny things. I can be, it doesn't matter how hot it is. I'm happy in a pair of jeans. I don't feel hot in jeans. But in summer, I've got to wear a short sleeve top or a singlet. And then in winter, I add a long sleeve top and a jacket. Okay. But yeah, the actual jeans themselves, I never actually feel hot in. Can you raise ink tents? Not once it's been activated. Once it's been activated, she be there. I haven't figured out a way on how to erase it. Someone else might know, but once you've activated her, she's there. Hey, Dee Dee. Oh, thank you. What's no chance? You would die living here, Kirsty. I can tell you that now. What we call a cold day is what you guys call a heat wave. So if it's 25 degrees here, I'm like, yeah, man, I can put on a long sleeve shirt and boots. You guys would be like sweltering and dying, which I always find I've absolutely, because you get used to your weather, I guess, what you think. So for me, 25 degrees is cold. Well, not cold, but it's nice because I spend summer up in the 30s, 40s. No, 25 degrees, I can wear a t-shirt too, but I can, if I want to, put on a long sleeve shirt and not feel like I'm dying. But yeah, you guys are Southerners. Remember, I've got thin blood. I'm from the north. Oh, Holbeins! Oh my gosh! How amazing! Are they beautiful? Are they lovely? Are they everything that everyone? Are they all they meant to be? Are they smushy? What? Tell us about the Holbeins. Let me know. Your blood is thick and gluggy. Hey, Sarah. Holbeins. Oh, I'd just be sitting there with them in the case, just like rolling my hands over it and going, are they real? Just to give you an idea, to get the set of Holbeins in Australia, I think it's $400 and something. I can't remember the last time I looked. It is a little bit crazy, to say the least. Like the Pollies. Ooh, okay. See, Mother's Day gift. My Mother's Day's gift is I give the money and I say, go buy me something. Although, actually, no, the girls this year, I will attest to the fact, because I'd given them money, I'd still given them the money to go shopping for themselves, and they chose to use some of their money on me, which was really sweet. You think they're softer than Polly's? See, isn't it funny? I think it all depends on how we colour to how we feel about pencils. And that's like when I do reviews and stuff, I try to make it clear that I'm a heavy, smushy colorist, not a light layer colorist. And that impacts what I perceive or what I like in a pencil. Oh, 35. Well, then that's fair enough, Dee Dee. Yeah. Fair enough. I'd be like, I put you through college. You buy me those Holbeins. So I tell Georgia, when she's like, a fashion designer in Paris and whatever, you better remember who provided you with those Copics. My mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, rang last night because I'd sent her the picture of George's costume. You wouldn't replace your Holbeins, Nana? Well, there you go. I'm not going to lynch you. I haven't even tried them. Everyone's got their own preferences. It's like, I think it's Heather and her Black Widows that she threw away. All right. Let's go with... might do a red up here. Oh, yeah, they are expensive. They're crazy expensive. But see, yeah, Polly's you know what I think that just don't compare to any other pencil I've ever used is the Light Fast. They don't feel like any other. I find I can't compare them to anything I've used. They're just different. They're a whole new learning curve. They were definitely practice. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought so. Thought it was you, Heather. Mind you, I must admit, since I've got more and more pencils, I don't love the Black Widows like I thought I loved them. They're fine, but nah. I would not put them up in my favourites. Yeah, I'm going to do one of the images that I'm doing next in this is for I've been meaning to do it for ages. Is do the rooster in the Ken Matsuda book, and so I'm going to do a rainbow rooster, a rainbow cockerel for Ashley, and I'm going to use my light fast. Hey. Oh, really, Kirsty? Wow. It depends on, I guess it depends on how I feel too, like how I feel I want to colour. Like some days I just want to go in and like I'm, you know, when you're angry and you're just like, I just want to, and that's kind of when I want a smushy pencil. And then when I'm like in the zone kind of thing, I think that's more of a, I'll have the ones that require a little bit more tender love and care. But some days I just want to come home and, you know, you're so angry at life and people and you just want to pretend that it's their face that you're smushing into the paper. Well, I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Oh, thanks, Dee Dee. I got to finish those mushrooms, actually. That's another thing that I've got to get done. I've got so much to do. And I can't say no so little time because I've got more time than ever. But just yeah, struggling. That's okay. The Derwent artists, I believe, are like the studios, the fat studio. I hate them. Hate them. They are like, well, I don't know, hard as rock things that do not want to work for me. They require so much gentle love and care and layering and layering and layering and layering. And I'm like, I don't have the patience for it. It's funny. Yeah, I haven't tried the Pro Color. I like the Color Soft. I think the Color Soft has its place, especially for block coloring. And they're really vibrant pigments. And, yeah, the artists are way and because the studio is just a thin artist, I'm like way too hard. And I tend to like bright, like I like opaque color, and getting the studios or the artists to that level requires too much commitment from me. If you hadn't figured, I'm not a commitment person. You know, single. Anything that requires that much work, yeah, no, get out. Go away. Oh, the drawing are beautiful. Again, a different feel too. Like they're a different feel as well. Like that's what I mean. Like the Derwents are they're very good at having different, I don't know, you know, individualities. Oh, okay, yeah, I'd believe you, Aspie. I think they just keep coming out with different ones. I'm not interested in getting the Chroma Flow at this point. I just think they're a thinner version of the Color Soft, and they're not. And there's not enough colors yet, anyway. Yeah, likewise, Jamie. I'm just like, no. I don't have Pablo's. Angie and I were looking. I was on AliExpress last night, and I said to Angie, I said, "Did you see that there's like 500 brute in a set?" And she's like, she's like, you don't need them. I'm like, no, I'm not getting them. I was never intended on getting them. But we were both discussing that we need to start saving our pennies for some nicer sets. So I'm like, yeah. The chroma flows are vivid, or maybe I will like them then. Because I like the vivid colours. Yeah, well, that's it too, Evelyn. Like, seriously, if it had been the squares, because I would love the Felissimo Tokyo seeds, but not because I would want to colour with them. I would legit make an art piece out of it. I would make a wall, like, picture thing of just all of those pencils in a frame. And if I could get a cheaper version, so if it was a Brute Finners that offered that, so I could have, like, this wall of pencils, I'd definitely do that, because I'm not paying $1,500 odd for the Felissimos. Anyone would think I don't teach Japanese. Mind you, Felissimo isn't a Japanese word, so I don't even know where they come up with that name. But if the Brutes were squares, I would probably do it just to make the art piece out of it. Yeah, I know. I saw that, Nanamo, and I'm like, why would you not test market it just down the road? Why send it all the way across the pond when you could do it? Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it makes you wonder, hey. Yep, I got you. Yes, no, I would not. No more pencils, Dee Dee. That's fair enough. Yes, you are not buying any more pencils this year. It's a good thing. Yeah. But yeah, so if the Brute squares ever come out in 500, I'm buying them. But just, yeah, like I said, I've already had ideas of, like, getting thin pieces of wood and drilling out the bits and putting it all in there and then putting it in a frame and overlaying with glass and just having, like, this whole picture frame full of pencils. But I'm not, yeah. I don't hate the Brutes. They're actually a really nice pencil, but I'd like an art piece out of them. All right. What am I doing? Lids. Lid. How far are we into the stream? About an hour. So I'll do this feather, and then I'll get in and do some gel pen work. Yeah, a shadow type boxer frame. That's what I'd make. That kind of thing, so that it would kind of sit and the glass would be out from the front. Just go over it. Make it work. You'll make it work, Renee. You'll be right. All right, this one. Let's go for green. Okay, I'll do this last feather and then we'll come down and gel pen it. Oh. Tiny birds in the trees. Turn them into flowers. Like, make them splodge. So get some gouache, put it over, and then they become flower splodges. What did I say? Oh, no, I didn't say that it would be a shadow box when I was talking about it, but it would be that kind of thing. Yeah. So you didn't miss it. Then I'm like drilling 500 holes and getting them straight and then getting it so that, but it'd be fun. And it'd look pretty. That's all right, Jamie. I don't feel coherent any day at the moment. So it's okay. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here. You're luckily that you're getting more out of me than just go, Hello, Winchester. How you doing? He's sleeping on my bed. Hey, it erased. Awesome. Nice. What, after it was activated? Because you're working in Inktense, aren't you? I don't know. I'm all confused. Angie. You have a legitimate reason for that one. Yeah, it was like yesterday. I'm sitting there and we were looking at motions to put forward and things like that. And I'm writing motions and stuff like that. And I'm like, see, sometimes I can sound professional. Just always sounds funny coming out of my bogan mouth. Oh, hey, I was listening to the radio yesterday, Jamie, you've got to look up. I was listening to, something on the radio yesterday. Hot lettuce water. Okay, it was on, apparently it's a TikTok thing, but anyway, Google hot lettuce water, because apparently in like the romaine, the iceberg lettuce, those lettuces, if you put it in hot water and let it seep, it relieves a sedative that helps you go to sleep. Now, I don't know, Google it, but I was listening to that yesterday and I'm like, ooh, interesting. Me, I just dope myself up on Phenergan, but the hot lettuce water sounds really interesting, because I'd heard of like bananas and turkey are really good if you can't sleep because they've got the tryptophan in it, which is a chemical that's a bit of a sedative, which is why in America after Thanksgiving everyone goes to sleep because of all of the turkey. It kind of puts you off in a daze. But banana has it as well. So bananas and thing. But I haven't heard of lettuce, and I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough to look at the chemical composition, because yes, I'm that nerd. But I just heard it on the radio yesterday, and I was like, well, that's really interesting. Have you tried melatonin as well, or valerian? They're a couple of natural remedies. I take valerian along with my Phenergan. You know, try to be a little bit better. Valerian magnesium mix, that's what I take. Because mine's more about just, I need to stop my head thinking. So I just need to be able to drift off, which is, as you know, Jamie, with the good old way our headspaces are, it's better, easier said than done. Lunar try. Evelyn, it's the weekend. Tell your boss to go stick it up his... No, your boss is awesome. But I'd still be saying it's the weekend. Go away. Go away. I got filming to do. I got to film some videos for my peeps. All right. But if that requires effort and paperwork, I'm not all about that. If that's like a thing where I got to log and stuff, and if it's one that's got sounds, no, I need dead silence to sleep. I cannot have any sound. Ah, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Evelyn. That's fair enough. Yeah, that's hard, Jamie. I'm lucky. Only thing I'm allergic to is aspirin. I'm very, very lucky. And I only have like a slight intolerance to lactose, not enough to make me not eat it. It's just sometimes it's a risk. And sometimes when you're having an ice cream, that risk is worth it. Just it depends on what my body feels that day, whether it's going to go, yeah, we like that ice cream today, or we go, yeah, well, no, we don't. Oh, I knew you'd be looking it up, Aspie. I was relying on you because I knew you'd be like, what is, well, I've got to figure this out. Lactocardium, a latex in some lettuce, is also known as lettuce opium. Yeah, a sedative. Yeah. So I'm like, and then apparently when I was listening to this podcast, there's parents that will used to put their kid when they were kids. They used to get bathed in lettuce water to help them sleep, and I'm like, what is all of this? This is like cool as. Awesome. I was relying on you doing that, Aspie. You are cool. Excellent. Electric razors are pretty good for that. All right. Okay. Let's get gel penning, people. She's looking a bit pretty. I kind of think she's quite nice. Hey, Sassy, how's it going? You could take some lettuce enzyme. Oh, I didn't even know you could get lettuce enzyme. Like, seriously. All of these things. The more natural things are, the more... Oh, Jamie. Oh, no. Okay. So, all I'm using, if anyone cares, but like I said, I never, people don't use the same things. I've got the cheap old Aldi gel pens, mostly. So I'm just using them. And I've got the black glitter. And I am... Oh, it's so hard holding this pen because it's tiny and my fingers are cold. I'm like, oh. Yeah, but yeah, give it a research. Can you eat lettuce? That's the thing. If you can eat lettuce, then you'd know. Because all you're doing is seeping the stuff out of it, like a tea. Yes, that's what you've got to do, Jamie. And like I said, anytime you just call. Message that we're all just a message away. And that's the beauty of us. We're all over the world, so someone will be around. Oh, you can't eat it? Oh, okay. Well, maybe try melatonin. I don't know if you've tried that. Melatonin is a human like it is what we naturally produce in our body to send us off to sleep. So it's very unlikely that you would have a reaction to that because it's something we naturally produce. So maybe look into that. Might help. How weird's that, Jamie? Yeah, I know a lot of people that like the melatonin. I haven't tried it because I found my nice little cocktail of Phenergan and valerian magnesium works for me. I have to take the Phenergan too. So just because I have skin allergies, if I don't take the Phenergan, I'll scratch myself to pieces in my sleep. So it's just got a double effect. So and I don't know whether you've tried, Jamie, I don't know. And I don't know what the legal things are for you. But have you tried CBD? Your oil, your cannabis oil and stuff, or something along those lines, because that might also help with sleep and all of that. In my younger days, it was always a good way to go to sleep. Many, many, many years ago. Oh, allergic to it? Oh, gosh. Oh, that's no good. But yeah, I'd definitely try the melatonin because you can't be allergic to it because it's you. It's something your body produces. Or you shouldn't be allergic to it. I won't say you can't. It'd be highly unlikely. It'd probably depend what else they put into the capsule. All right, let's get my rainbow out. Rainbow. One more. Which one am I missing? Red. Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean, the tryptophan. But I think she said yep, banana, turkey sandwich. Really, Evelyn? Wow. I cannot say the same. Mind you, it's been a very, very long time. All right. Okay. Just getting the rainbow ready. Okay. Let's get going. Oh, drawing pens. Yeah, it'll be the additives, I think, Jamie, even with the melatonin and stuff, that you see what the additives are to see whether you can have them or not. Yeah, well, I think we're all a little weird here. We're all a little bit odd. Wow. Still, I don't think it's still fully legalized here in Australia. I think you can get some kind of medical release or something. I don't know, because I've never had to look. I don't know, to be honest, because it's not really something I look into. But I'm not sure what the rules are here in Australia. Yeah, you can go get like I've seen like in California and stuff like that. They have shops that you can go in and just buy it in. I'm like, certainly not like that. Definitely not like that here. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just going back and forth with the colors and just blending them together. So gel pens actually blend really nicely together. If you haven't ever tried to blend gel pens, they actually, if you're using them while they're still wet, will make a beautiful gradient. I probably should talk about the colouring. I get in trouble if I don't actually talk about what I'm doing. Yeah, I thought it was really hard, Angie. Dispensaries, yes, that's, yeah. I knew that it's certainly not, hasn't gotten to the state like it is in some of the US states. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Hopefully she turns out a bit nice. I was showing it to Georgia last night and she's like, oh, you're doing Mardi Gras. And I'm like, well, of course. I said, it's just the perfect image to start with. And also helps that I've somehow one day I've got a feeling I'm not going to meet that challenge of finishing this entire book this year, but you know, one can only try. Well, that's it. Like that's what I'm surprised about here in Australia is that they haven't done something just so that they can tax it. Because the amount of taxes we pay on cigarettes, on nicotine, is out of this world. So the people in the States, I'm just going to tell you, all right, a packet of 40 cigarettes here, so a 40 packet, costs $60. Hey, Beth, how's it going? And that's all taxes. And they have a rollout system that it goes up every 6 months. So it will continue to rise. So it costs more to smoke here than drink and eat. Yeah. So I do enjoy it when I go to Japan and things like that with their $5 packets or their $4 packets. I'll be like, eh. Yeah. I quit all the time and then I get stressed and then I start again. And it's great. I love nicotine. I love the hold it has on my head. I love the fact that my head, even though I'm supposed to be a sensible, intelligent person, is overrun by mental health issues and addiction to nicotine. All right, I'm going in with the Signo Gold. And so the Uniball Signo. So I'd been doing really well. Like I hadn't had a cigarette since November last year. And then I just wasn't getting in to see anyone. And I was like, and I caved. So hopefully I pulled myself out that again. And, oh yeah, I wish I didn't. It's that one thing. Like I don't drink. I think working in nightclubs all of my youth just put me off alcohol completely. So I'll have a glass of wine or something when I'm out for dinner or thing, but I don't actually enjoy it. I prefer a Coke. So I just wish it was one thing that I didn't do was smoke. I'm out of frame. Oh no, I was only out of frame because I was going down to her undies. Okay, that's all right. Hold on. I'm going down to undies. Oh, sorry. Her pants. Alrighty. Oh, beer, just no. Not at all. Disgusting, vomit-worthy. And I sound so un-Australian saying that, but no. No. Yes, it is, Aspie, but it's actually, so the rules about it is it's not illegal to import it, but it's illegal to possess it. The irony of the nicotine, but it's easy to get. But I haven't even gone down the vape thing. Usually, if my headset's in the right place, I just say I'm not smoking and I just stop. I just go cold turkey because the patches and stuff. Oh my God, I tried a patch once and it just set me into a tailspin. It was like I was nearly throwing up, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll pass on that. In about 6 years, 16. Wow. Yeah, people come around and they like, because I've got some alcohol stored downstairs, and for people that want a drink when they come over, but I certainly don't drink it myself. The reason, Evelyn, is I am not a mean drunk. I'm a flirty drunk, and I don't like myself like that. I found I just didn't like it. Like I didn't like my actions with that. And so I wasn't mean. I was just, I don't know. And I don't like not being in control. I'm a bit of a control freak. No surprise there. All right. Yeah, likewise, Aspie. I have one drink now and I'm like, woo, hey. All right. So with this one, I'm going to go in with a little bit of black just to provide, and blend it into the color that I'm doing, just to provide a bit of shading. Oh, well, Evelyn, reasoning there, but probably not the best, action. Remind me not to get yourself cranky with me. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. And it's quite funny because, of my past and what I used to do for a job. Everyone thinks I'm an aggressive person, and I'm actually highly not that. I have never been aggressive with anyone other than in the action of my job or training. So I've never been in a fight for me, through me being cranky, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It was only ever as part of work. I've never hit anyone in anger, basically. Thanks, Angie. It's why my dad stopped drinking, especially rum. So we've got our rum here, Bundy rum, is notorious for turning people nasty. And my dad, he stopped drinking rum when he hit his sister in the face at her own wedding. I'm like, yeah, that would probably do it. He's obviously a lot younger, and he just stopped there and then. He stopped drinking a lot generally after that, but he'd have beer occasionally. But he certainly didn't have rum. That's all right. That works, Evelyn. Yep. Just don't talk for a week. It's a much healthier kind of way, and process it and then go back. Yeah, I've learnt to just walk away. Just walk away. Right. I'm going to, what do I want to do? All right. I'm going to go this side. Wait, basically, because I need to keep you in frame. Going down to it. Do a pantaloons again. Thanks, Mona. Yeah. I could never do the beer. Like when we used to play, like I used to play rugby, so football. And they'd after the game they'd all be like sculling beers and stuff. And I'd just be like, no. I'm one of those people that I like my drinks to taste like they're not alcohol. So I'm the one that drinks the lolly water and stuff like that. So make it taste like it's not there. Yeah, Jamie, it was a good one to start with. I've got some other ideas, but this one, yeah, is legit. I'm just gonna rainbow up the page with this one. And my daughter is so happy I'm doing this hashtag, which is really important to me. So, yes, that helps, Evelyn. Keeping friends is good. All right, going back in with the Signo Gold. Oh, Evan, that's really lovely to say. I think the same way. I think people here are genuinely here because we all know that it's nice that we're here for each other, that we're a support group, basically. And that's what I was telling my psychologist. It's like having your own support group, which is fantastic. All right, pantaloons. Okay, let's go with yeah, I did that one down the bottom, so it was the least of the colours in that I used. I am considerate of my viewers. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. You guys are horrible. I was just thinking about making it not. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Just stop. Anyway, so how's everyone going? What pages are you working on? I was going to say better than yellow. We wouldn't want anyway. Anyway. Oh, Louise, I've had a couple of messy nights on a good old tequila. I had a night on with the worm. Oh, that was a messy night. This is obviously way back in my youth. But no, I was usually the designated driver most times we went out, which was good. Then I knew my friends were getting home safely. So. Oh, Mystica, nice. Oh, Christine Karen Spring Wind. Have you guys seen that Mariola's put a free page on her Facebook? So she has put a free image on her Facebook if you haven't seen that announcement. So she's added a new one there. A really nice long braid with a bow. Is the Spring Wind one the cherry blossom one? Evelyn? I can't remember. Can't remember what she called that one. Yeah, you're doing the Jash Lee page with the big neck and the tiny head. Oh, awesome, Beth. I will definitely go be checking that out after. It's so nice that I've had a few people message me too, just thanking me for the hashtag. And I'm like, oh, I'm just, absolutely. I'm doing this to show my support for my daughter and her friends and, my students and all of that. And I'm like, but Yeah, it's been really lovely, the feedback I've gotten. And who doesn't like a good rainbow colour? Yeah, but I'm with you but there, Louise. Beer's gross. It's just, there's something about it that's just not nice. And I'm an Australian, so you can imagine how much I'm judged by that. Pretending you're bougie. I'll bear someone else that uses the word bougie. I love it. The girls, that's their new word at the moment, is everything is bougie. Yeah, I've got some plans for some pages where, you know, it's not so obvious, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to try and do some other things, but this one is meant to be obvious. It's Mardi Gras. All right. Okay, back around. I'm just thinking to myself, which is probably what you're hearing me going to do with about what I want to do next. All right. Jelly roll glaze black. Rosalind! Did you not mean to let us know you're lurking? Hello, darling. Oh, yeah, Casper's a talking. Someone, you know, went past. He knows what he's doing. Oh, your cards, Louise, are just, they are spectacular. I was watching my aunt. She does Facebook Lives with journaling and stuff last night because she does the art journaling and things and paints and things. And she was doing some happy mail. And I was thinking of like you and Ashley and stuff that do the journaling because she's got some exchange thingy programs going where you all like exchange with each other, like from different parts of the world. And so she was opening some of that up last night, and it was such beautiful things. Hey, Rosalind. Yeah, pride hashtag. Yay, the rainbow. So saying, got to support. Very much support our youth. Whilst they are lucky, they are in a generation where the acceptance is a little bit more open. The more we can do to show them the acceptance, the better. All right. Now I'm like, oh, I'm just liking this jelly roll glaze and I'm going crazy, just so you know. Just feels so nice on the paper. It's like, ooh. Oh, geez, I can't spell most of the time. My big fat fingers and trying to keep up with chat. Yeah, we're all pretty good at figuring out what people are meaning to say. Thanks, Rosalind. Yeah, it is still really tough though, and that's the thing. And the more we can do to make it less tough for them, I think the better. So, am I in frame? Hold on, I'm coming up. I'm coming up. What can it be? Yep. Oh no! I put my hand in the glaze. I was trying to be conscious that it wasn't dry yet. I agree, Nana. Just be a good person. Just be a nice person. Be kind. And that's all I ask. And also for me, I being, I was a bouncer and I did a lot and I played footy and things. There's, people have made assumptions about my sexuality many, many times in my life. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll be whatever you want me to be. I don't care. Doesn't really bother me. I am who I am. You can assume all you like. Oh, it's Louise. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, Louise is in here. I'm like, what? Me, I'm just nobody. I'm like, I don't care who you are. I'm not interested in anyone. I've got my own demons in that regard. I am thinking I was talking to Ashley about it, and after she did her mental health thing, and I went, you know what, Ashley, I think if you don't mind, I'm going to turn it into a bit of a tag. And because I think it's good when the more people that talk about their mental health journey, the better. And so I'm going to do a video, because I have done a video on my channel about being kind, and I've done a video about being strong. And so I think I am going to do one about be a warrior and just talk about, my journey with mental health and my ongoing journey with it. So, oh, really? And isn't that sad, Evelyn? Yeah, and that's it. Like, I just, and it breaks my heart. And I have colleagues at work that are married, that recently got married. And she still won't talk about her wife as her wife because she's to some people, because she's afraid of the judgment and stuff. And like, obviously not with me, because I'm pretty open about the fact that I'm not in a position to judge anyone. And she was saying, like, because we're in a regional town, so there's still a lot of that judgment here. And she goes, like, she can't walk down the street holding her wife's hand and stuff. And it makes me sad. And she was talking about how she'd gone to Sydney, and it was just so nice to be able to walk down the street holding her wife's hand without anyone looking at her. And I'm like, oh, it just needs to change. Yeah. And that's it. We don't have to be active. We just know we're here, Rosalind. You don't have to be active all the time. It's the fact that we just know that we are here for each other. I'm trying not to rub over my own work, which is being quite fun. Yep, that's exactly how I feel, Evan. Just be a good person. But my daughter was telling me that the students at her school at the moment, they're trying to find ways to show their pride support and things. So they're like slipping the rainbow into all of their uniform in some way, like a bandana or a hair braid or a cape. Apparently some are even wearing capes around the school. And I'm just like, I love that. I just think it's brilliant. And I'm like, and they're all like supporting each other with it, and just fills my heart with glee. Yeah, I know, Evelyn, and we're all that for different people. You know, that there's just that right person at that right time, and it's nice that we've got that people in here to do that. That we can go, I'm going to call on you. It's really important. Yep. Same thing, Sarah. Yeah, I love my daughter too. She's the bomb, man. I am one of those. Somehow, I don't know how. Like, she is just. I was saying it to my mother-in-law last night. And I know I've talked about it in here and in different things, but I lost a child to SIDS before Georgia, and I was talking to my mother-in-law last night about Georgia, and you know, I'm just blessed with her. She's a wonderful young lady. Like, she's not perfect. Like, I'm not one of those parents that thinks my kid's perfect. She's far from it. But she is a wonderful young woman, and that's what I was saying to my mother-in-law last night. It was like, I feel like I was blessed with her after losing Bella. Just as like, it's hard to put into words how I feel about it, but yeah, she is definitely even though they don't know how to use chairs. I know, sitting on my kitchen bench. Welcome back, Renee. Hey, Melissa. But yeah, it's that I am definitely thankful for everything. Now with this, I'm pretty much going to do the same up here in her headpiece is the same kind of thing as I was doing down here in her pants and here, which is that fade out. And so everything else is pretty much the same. I'm probably going to do up here. I'll do it up here on these guys, just so that they stand out a little bit. I'll probably use the glazes. Oh, come on. I'll probably use the glaze on the confetti, kind of thing like that. So just using the different ones like that. But that's kind of what my intentions are for this page. But I think in all respects that she's turned out not too bad. And do you want a Winchester view before I go? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Evelyn. She's a strangest and fastest. Oh, did you have a graduation ceremony, Renee? What? Was it an online one? What? I missed this. What's going on? Oh, Melissa, you got your paper, which I think you ended up deciding on the Nina, didn't you? Yeah, we needed Winchester fix. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. He spent the last 2 hours sleeping on my bed, so he's a sleepy kitty. Yeah, you got the Nina? Yeah. Sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty. Hey, Winchester. Everyone just wanted to say hello. Hey, you got to come back over. You come back over and say hello to everyone. You say hello. And yeah, congratulations to your son, Renee. That is awesome. Yeah, whatever. It's just a page. Kitty's more important. I don't take my pages that seriously. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm obviously just going to finish this one up. I'll post it on Instagram when I'm done. But we will start a new page next week. I think I'm going to do that color kick gorgeous gowns next week. I haven't figured out how I'm going to tackle that one, but that'll probably be the one we're going to do next week. So if you didn't see my flip through, I've got a flip through of the page that I'm going to do. It's two ladies in gorgeous gowns. So we're gonna pride that up in a way. So that should be fun. Okay, thank you guys. Have a great day, night, whatever it may be, and I'll see you in the chats through the week. And I might even impromptu chat stream a couple of times next week. All right, love you guys. Bye.